There we go. Right. Well, hello there. Yes, we are live, covering the Sony State of Play of Hogwarts Legacy, of course, which is a multi-plat game coming out this year. For all the people wondering.
Oh, it was exclusive. It's exclusive to the SNES.
Super exclusive. There we go, right. Good evening all, good evening Stu, good evening Salty. How's it going? We're all, I think pretty much all of us are looking forward to seeing what Hogwarts is like, because we all like Harry Potter, so I think...
yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a super fan of Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan, but...
When I watched them years ago.
Yeah.
I've seen them for a long time.
I'm going to drop the bomb and I will tell you guys that I never seen Harry Potter. What?
You need to watch them.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah, just back out the stream. Go and catch up.
That's the plan.
They're well worth a watch.
It's on my mind.
Evening, Mo. I hope audio's okay for everybody. Hope everyone can hear everyone fine. Yeah, I know. I was comfortable, but before I needed to go to the toilet. Now I've come back. How do I position myself?
I'm sitting off to the side, and then I reinserted myself, and now I can't get comfortable again. So I'm in the sweet spot.
What was that?
I think my audio is not that good on the stream because my headphones are under there.
Your audio sounds okay to me.
Yeah, it's fine.
The video is a bit laggy.
Yeah, audio's fine.
Yeah, video is a bit laggy.
I've even turned everybody up to 200% volume, so you're all right. I mean, it's up to you. You can switch to your Xbox headset instead if you want, and try and use that. I don't know, whatever's best for you.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
1 minute call.
Woo!
Hello, Stuart.
How are you doing?
Stu Diggity.
3.
I know we definitely didn't advertise the stream, but I thought, fuck it, why not?
Me and Marion.
Wands at the ready. State of Play is back with an in-depth
There
look
we
at
go.
the magic brewing in Hogwarts Legacy.
20 seconds.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I think everyone's just talking quietly. For some reason, mine's coming through boom, but everybody else is coming through really quiet for no reason. I'm sure if everyone just talks louder, be fine.
Oh, I'm low. Is that better? How about me? Am I sounding okay?
Sounds all right on my end.
How is my sound now?
Well, it'll sound good on the Discord. So
Yep.
anyway,
started now. Too late.
Warner Bros. You know, I've seen a logo saying Peace Bros instead of War Bros.
Avalanche?
What?
I didn't know Avalanche were helping them.
I didn't either.
Lumos.
Oh, I just realized I forgot.
Well.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Okay, a new big bad guy.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Yeah, customization. Can I have a big beard?
When you arrive
But to be fair, I'm a child, so I very much doubt it. I'm technically a child, aren't I?
Ravenclaw or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend
That looks
classes
unbelievably
that you do have some
detailed.
catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new
Hear the armor moving in the background.
You'll begin your studies attending charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a few.
Oh, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But
Big
I am
Mad
confident
Mo says, I think it's a
you will take
different
hold
avalanche.
with the
I've got
passion
a feeling
and
he's
rigor
right.
requisite of such a challenge.
I didn't know there was more than one.
Best way to
Yeah, I've got a
practice is
feeling
by
there are
duel.
two.
We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Ah, the
You
duel.
may begin.
Oh, I like that.
Bad for a beginner.
Weak events.
Potions is one of
I
the most
don't,
challenging
possibly maybe a
hazards
couple of little ones, but I think a lot of it's going to be,
You'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow
the
magical
particle
plants,
effects are tremendous in this
potions,
mind.
and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways,
There's Avalanche Studios and Avalanche Software.
as well as challenging
Okay.
puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve. You may even find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before.
This, you know, this is definitely a much better impression I'm getting from it now than I did the original trailer, and I already was happy after the original trailer.
Will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
The delay they took probably helped them out a lot.
Was that Billy Connolly's character again?
Right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
It is, yeah.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. Ones designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Talk with your friends.
Oh, nice. A dangerous mystery. Here we get into the story.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Right, so the big threat is a wizarding goblin.
Much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force.
Oof.
Powerful goblins.
Whoa.
And sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Doesn't it just? Extremely impressive. Oh, yes.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes. Counterattack with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
Just blow them up.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemies'
The
weaknesses.
thing is the only thing that obviously there's that many spells. How do you equip or do them all? Or do you have to select certain ones you want to equip for a fight, for instance?
Maybe because the PlayStation has this flowy thing, and you need to blow into the controller.
Slam with Descendo. Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even
I mean, what we're gonna do if we have to literally shout the spells out?
to obliterate your strongest foes.
You're gonna have to learn them.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
Open sesame.
On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Yeah.
Tortured a lot of them. Gotta be a combination.
Perhaps you'd be good enough
What was the death spell again?
In addition to
That's the one.
spells,
Avada Kedavra!
access to your
That's
deep
it, just to
set
everybody.
talents and skills to aid your
Evil
progression
wizard.
as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience.
Yes.
Level up your abilities by choosing
I'll be a dark
talents to
wizard.
upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your
Oh,
playstyle.
let's turn them
Allow
into
you to
statues.
Focus on your favorite types of magic.
Awesome.
You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat.
And
Gear
crafting.
can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your
Crafting,
chosen
upgrades,
playstyle.
appearance changes.
Even motion when
I
cutting
think the
your
plants are more like herbs that you collect to make potions.
Yeah.
Found around the world.
I like the appearance changes though, being able to wear like cloaks and things.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Like I was just holding a potion in the other hand.
Deploy magical
Oh yeah, look at me.
battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
Swig.
You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting
Oh, that's
enemies.
cool. That is cool.
In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind
Yeah, wands.
This is sick.
Learning and mastering broomflight is highly recommended. So
This
that you
world
can
is much
travel
bigger than I thought it would be.
quickly.
Yeah, I was about to say that
I
the
want you
open
to do
world
my
section
herbology
is
homework.
really
You're
good.
despicable.
Some abilities
Companions.
may be taught to you by students who become your friends.
Give me Dobby. I want
As you
Dobby.
develop
Yeah.
relationships with these schoolmates,
Or at least an elf, like you
on your
say,
journey as your
an elf
companion.
companion.
In one of those bits before, but it's
And over
not
time,
now.
you'll learn their stories.
I want an elf flying around with me at all times. Or a rat running around.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks.
Well,
Poppy
she
Sweeting
wants
has
to
a
show me
kind
the door.
heart and loves magical beasts,
hell,
connecting with
then?
them more easily than with humans.
What happens
That's cool.
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted
What was
section
that?
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic
He is a
Slytherin
vibrant,
Open over this
colourful
boy.
character.
He is, yeah, he's Willy Wonka
Curse.
with a
in
troubling
wizarding
family
form.
secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
Yeah.
There's so much
One of the
detail
most
they've put into this
remarkable
game.
secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
Yep.
You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Since you need to catch up to
I
your
feel some
peers,
live
the
service
room
elements
provides space
there.
for you to sow and harvest.
I don't think so
plants,
somehow. I
brew
think it's just, you know,
potions,
them like on
and
mobile
raid
where you
your
have to
gear.
wait for it to craft.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just hope they're not like.
A helpful house elf named
Or-
Deek helps you discover vivariums that
I
allow
think
you
for
to
a single
nurture your
playery
own
game, I don't
menagerie
think there's going to be a
magical
requirement
beasts.
for that.
What is it? Deek isn't sure. Only one way to find
There
out.
is a way
You can freely customize this space to reflect your
Oh.
personality
Oh, that's
and
cool.
magical specialties.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, how the hell long's this been in development for? Because there's a lot of really intense technical stuff going on there.
Not everything you
That
need
is
on
so
your
cool.
journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the
Did they
nearby
announce
wizarding
the
village of
station
Hogsmeade,
years ago?
where
Yeah.
loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require. From potion ingredients and recipes
I wonder if Diagon Alley's in
to
this.
seeds for magical plants.
I think it is, yeah, because that's what the Hogsmeade train's for.
But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side.
So
A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the
What?
sky with
That's
lightning
amazing.
or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets
think
pepper
the
the
game
countryside,
Development.
each with
part
vendors and
back
residents who have stories to tell,
So 5 years.
missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts.
Archie.
Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at
Good
risk
evening,
of
sir.
creatures and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them
Muppet
and restore them to health in the
1169,
Room of Requirement.
Says he, oh god, I hate Harry Potter.
But there are
This might
dangers
not be the
beyond
stream
your
for you then,
understanding.
mate.
in
Yeah,
the world as
it's
well.
definitely not the stream for you.
Dungeons and vaults and perilous threats, and also untold rewards.
Castle.
Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Oh, there it is.
Yes! Avada Kedavra!
Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats.
Only me?
Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become
That's
the
very
witch
odd.
wizard you want to be, as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
Yes.
Here,
I can.
in Hogwarts Legacy.
Everyone's definitely getting picked up because it's showing your voices moving on the audio. Well,
OEP 2022.
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts Legacy. Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
The attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years.
Finally get to meet you on a podcast.
Yes.
Get to meet you too, yeah.
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements.
Oh, it takes a little bit of time.
Build a game out of it.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Movies, the books,
There we go.
touched me in such a way.
There
It
you
makes
go.
me want to
Oh,
go to
that's a
experience
miracle.
Hogwarts. Makes me put
Yes.
so much more detail into this game.
Have you been watching the video in the background as well?
We really want to make sure that anything we add or
It's
anything we play with, or
looks
anything that we
stunning.
explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
And come on, that looks
Just the discovery
Oh,
of
yeah.
seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, and then finally to get to touch it, walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this
I know
amazing
someone-
AAA
I know
open world
someone,
action
and I'm
RPG.
not gonna
When it comes
say
to the open world,
names, but
we just knew it wasn't going to be
he
enough to
didn't,
just stare out of
watch,
the windows of
Harry
Hogwarts and
Potter
wonder
at
what
all.
it's like out there. But the final is beyond that.
Marion.
Beyond
Mari's like up here now.
What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond
Yeah, this guy up here.
if I start traveling south?
Marion.
And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
This guy here doesn't work here with this book because the positions on the YouTube show.
We're
somewhere
wide
else,
palette
so.
of opportunities
Yeah,
and
it doesn't
ways
work
to
like
explore the
that.
world. You're going to
On
see
the
different
show, you were
stories
pointing
that
at
are
me.
really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's still going on now.
in the Wizarding
Still ongoing.
world that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World from, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of
What?
create a space that's their own.
Cars 3, Driven to Win.
Oh.
Fans of the series
Well, this is a
know
step
that
up.
ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and
But
that
the Disney
Hogwarts
Infinity
itself is a
games-
stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player,
Well, that was good then.
has
A
the
lot of
ability
previous
to
Disney
sense
stuff,
it
Cars,
and
Toy
possibly
Makes
be able
sense
to
then.
control it.
Makes sense.
Our process of development started with rereading the books.
They even did some Mortal
And
Kombat
over
stuff
development,
in
we
the early
reread
days,
the books
back on the
many
Nintendo
times.
64 and PlayStation.
Every time we start with
Like the level of detail in the inside the castle, in the common rooms, and everything like that just looks phenomenal.
Yeah. This might me want to go on a
Being
Harry
able
Potter
to put
marathon
our
right
own
now.
spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal.
Good. That's what you need to do straight after this show. Back to back.
You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know.
Yes.
That fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway. I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the Wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, Sentient Castle is, it's got like students and students. We've put so many little secrets and passageways into this castle.
Oh, no,
we recreate those very important locations. And then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to. And we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
There's going to be a multiplayer.
Adding a world that is
Yeah.
a breathing, living
Even
world
if it's just
is
co-op,
very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself.
No, it's thousands of years before, well, hundreds if not thousands of years before the movies. This one, it's a whole another universe essentially. Well before the Dark Lord appeared.
To inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
My guess is that, like what Mwmu said, probably will come afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they should go.
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
Which is... See, I love how they don't tell you.
We hope you're excited for the magic to come. See you next time.
Right, let's get that rewound back and go back to the gameplay sections. So what? Following that, then, what's everyone's thoughts on what you've seen?
I think it looks good. Yeah, I was looking forward to it anyway. But yeah, like you said before, the original trailer was pretty good. Had me excited for that.
Yeah.
But that is actually probably a lot more than I imagined. Like I imagined it being a pretty well flushed out game, just because there's so much stuff they can do.
Yeah.
But whether they can do and whether they will do was two very different things. But it really looks like they've gone for it. So yeah, very impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed as well. I had no expectations for this gameplay reveal, but all the attention to details, the spells, the environment.
Yeah. Like it's absolutely Yeah, go on. Who was saying something there?
Yeah, I'm right there with Mick. I was surprised about the scope of this game. I thought it would be probably a little bit more linear and not that big open world kind of game, and I was surprised by that, and it seems to be a real deep RPG with a lot of mechanics and a lot of variety also in the environments and the areas you can visit. Really surprised. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's a level of detail that surprised me, like just how much detail they've put into every little part of the castle and the exterior and
I wasn't expecting it to be as huge outside the castle, because I thought it was just primarily going to be set inside the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same feeling, because since it's called Hogwarts Legacy, so you think it's more playing in the school or a little bit around it, but this big, yeah, I'm amazed.
Yeah, I'm taken aback by how huge this game looks.
Yeah.
I imagined, like the Lego games, some of the later ones that have got like a sort of large open area, and then the levels go off and do smaller bits.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine this would be like. One big sort of Hogwarts is the open worldy section, and then the levels go out and do just different bits in different directions, and then you come back to the base again and carry on. That's pretty much what I imagine, but this seems much bigger than that.
Yeah, yeah.
And the detail, like you say, some of the detail in there is crazy. It's almost like the film. It's almost like watching the film in places. Very impressive. So, yeah. Assuming it comes out, because we've had plenty of trailers and things in the past that have said things similar to this, and we've gone, wow. And
you know what it is, though? I think
quite what it made out it was going to be. Assuming it's like they've just showed us, I think it's going to be really good.
I think PlayStation themselves, though, don't usually put on a state of plays until they're close to coming out. So I think on that, because if you've seen that they only do state of plays regarding their own titles as well, if the game is like out within a couple of months of that, or in a state in which it's pretty much good to go. I don't think PlayStation, and to be fair, it's hats off, they've made a good decision. It's kind of partnering with them to show it off here because it is in a very great state by the looks of things.
That's good. They already delayed this by a year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The delay has clearly paid off from what we've seen.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared of fall now, to be honest. We have these huge open world RPGs coming. We have obviously Starfield now, we have Harry Potter, we have Gotham Knights. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh god, yeah. Really crazy.
I think I hear my bank account cry.
My wallet screen all the way inside my house.
Yeah.
I sense Microsoft rewards are going to be paying for that one.
Yeah.
So there's no way I'm waiting for that to come to Game Pass.
No.
I think I'm just going to save my Microsoft reward points now, and Elden Ring can wait.
Yeah. I'm just I was surprised that I was going to say I'm surprised like Mick at how big the open world section of it is. I wasn't I was expecting a little bit of it, but I was expecting more dungeons and around the castle and kind of things like that. Not like a big open.
Primarily in the castle.
Yeah, exactly. I like a big open world you can fly around. I wonder, does your character then, do you start off as like a certain age and then like as the story progresses you get older, or?
I don't think so. I think you're staying the same character, same age and stuff. Maybe if there's a story behind it,
maybe there's an epilogue of your character growing up.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of like
curious on about how many Easter eggs are going to be in here.
Yeah.
The story to Harry Potter. For sure, there's going to be.
There's going to be a lot. I hope Mona Myrtle's in there as well. And all of those.
She died though around the time of Voldemort because of Voldemort. So.
Oh, so she might. Yeah, that's fair enough.
She can't be. She. Yeah,
wouldn't technically be alive to be dead.
She might be there as an Easter egg, but she couldn't have even existed to even have died to be in the, as a ghost. So,
yeah.
I'm sure they'll have similar characters. Not. Oh yeah. I mean, that's one of the things actually. If it's showing the open world of the detail, like we've said before about the inside of the building. I'm looking forward to seeing all those ghosts just randomly just passing through.
Just walking around and
as you walk in through Hogwarts. Because that's one of the best bits of the film, seeing like people like John Cleese.
Yeah.
And just random. I mean, John Cleese. I'm not sure what time. I don't know how old he was when he died. But you could see the John Cleese ghost going through.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know they've got Billy Connolly on there, the Billy Connolly ghost on there as well, so I think they must have the John Cleese ghost on there.
Yeah, it could be.
They also have the big troll from the scene in the toilet.
Yes. Yeah.
They also have this in the game, so it's...
The dynamic weather looks amazing.
Yes.
I wonder if we'll be able to explore the Chamber of Secrets and all that.
Hopefully.
Also, the lighting and the art style that they chose for the lighting looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Particle effects is fucking amazing as well.
I can only imagine, like, this is the only thing with the spells. Are we essentially going to be choosing kind of a selection of spells that we're going to be taking with us depending on the situation? Or are they going to be more like a fighting game combo system where you've got to press certain things to do a certain spell?
Yeah, I think we'll select spells.
Could also be an option, yeah. Or like Dutch is saying, like a combat of like certain kind of buttons, you do that spell.
Yeah.
think that's how it's gonna work, using different spells. Because you didn't see anything about how to use the spells and stuff, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like how it works, so...
They only showcase what they do, but not how they work.
Like, obviously your appearance changes, your upgrades, your enhancements, herbology, beasts, potions. Jesus wept.
Yeah, that room of requirement is going to be good. Like from the films, it changes to whatever you want, so or whatever you need. So that's brilliant. It's a good idea, a good game mechanic. I bet they really enjoyed that section of building that game because there's a lot of freedom there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think that was a pretty good stream.
I'm just, I think...
I'm really surprised, man. Seriously, I'm really surprised.
I like these kind of ways to demonstrate games. Extended gameplay, let some overvoice talk a little bit about what is going on the screen. I like that format very much.
Definitely. So overall thoughts so far. Who based on what we've seen today, who's picking this game up?
Oh, I'd like to be
Yeah.
day one.
Not a quest, of course.
Yeah, day one.
I was buying it anyway. But, yeah, I'm definitely buying it now. So.
Yeah. No, it's surpassed my expectations, to be fair. I was always looking forward to it anyway. But I am unbelievably surprised at just how much detail and how big the world is. And really the thought that they've put into it. And I'm going to be even more interested to see just how much of, like Pat was saying before, how many things that they're kind of nodding to from the series of films. Things that we know of and have seen from the films and the lore and the books and things like that.
No, from the first moment when I saw Hogwarts Legacy, I was like, yeah, I need this game. But now, 1000%.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, it is. It's. I'm a fan of Harry Potter, so that's.
I'm definitely going to have to binge watch those movies again.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely need to pick up.
Yeah, you need to, Marion, seriously. Do it before
I think everyone has to watch Harry Potter
at least once.
Saga at least once in their life. It's like Star Wars. I think everyone needs to see that at least once in their life.
Agreed.
What are your thoughts, Dutch?
Yes, I obviously day one, 100% day one. But the universe itself, it's just so much big. Well, the game is so much bigger. I never expected them to put this much world into it. I expected it to be, like you said, more linear, more based around the castle. So it looks phenomenal. The particle effects are tremendous. The lighting is insane. I didn't expect a changing weather system. I didn't expect the kind of being able to go to the shops or having getting hunted down by bad wizards or it's just so much more detail in it than I thought they'd put in.
I wasn't expecting that you can create buildings.
Yeah.
Like what we just saw.
Like the pets as well, the cat and stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I hope you can fly a dragon in that game.
Oh, yes. Definitely. What's overall thoughts then? First of all, Boxenberger. Overall thoughts, brother.
Yeah, big surprise. Didn't expect it. I mean, the trailer we have seen before looked fantastic, but I was expecting something else, and amazing showing. Warner Brothers is gonna be on fire this year. Between this Gotham Knights, pardon me, and the Suicide Squad game, they really bring their A game.
Yeah.
And this looks absolutely fantastic. Blown away. Can't wait to play it.
100%. 100%. Marion, what about yourself?
Yeah, well, it definitely caught me by surprise. I didn't expect such attention to detail, such beautiful world. And just like Archie said, I think Warner Brothers is going to be busy this fall and this holiday. Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, and now Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
I really like what I saw. I'm bought 100%.
Awesome. Awesome.
You gotta watch those movies first.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. We'll do that.
Mick, what about yourself?
I just had a quick thought then. Remember when Warner Brothers were talking about selling up and they wanted 4 billion and everyone thought it was ridiculous?
Yeah.
No one would buy them, and then since then Microsoft have spent 70 nearly on buying Activision. Do we think that maybe the reason why they pulled out, which they did, they pulled out of the sale of being bought by anybody, is because maybe they thought this game's going to be good. If we can get 4 billion now, if we put this game out and it's great, we can ask way more next time.
And then that's like, on top of that, they've got Gotham Knights, and then Suicide Squad next year. Whatever else they've got up their sleeve. That Wonder Woman game is in the works, and that's going to have the Nemesis system in it.
Yeah.
They might as well hold off for a little while.
I hate the Nemesis system. It was fantastic, man. It was something unique.
Oh no, it was horrible.
It's great.
What about you, Pat? What's your thoughts?
Oh, yeah, I agree with Archie and Marion, of course, and also Mick. This game, I didn't expect this at all. The environment, the detail, how big the game is.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, I already had some good expectations for this game, but yeah, it's even better than I thought. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a game that I'm going to buy for sure.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. And Jen, what about you?
Yeah, it's likely going to be a day one purchase for me. Obviously, I'll see how it goes over time. Hopefully, it does come out this year. It doesn't get delayed anymore.
Yeah.
It's more the exploration that has piqued my interest and how vast the open world is. I wouldn't say I'm a Harry Potter super fan. I've only seen all those movies once so far throughout my life. But this makes me want to go back and watch them again. So I want to do that as soon as possible. But yeah, it's looking like a day one purchase for me.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Yes, I think it's like I say, it's covered nicely. The game looks absolutely tremendous. I'm definitely more hyped about it than I was. I was going to get it, but I wasn't going to be a day one. But after saying that, I think it's going to be a day one. Of course, as it stands so far, it's a simultaneous release across all platforms, I do believe. So.
Wait, I thought it was a PlayStation exclusive.
They confirmed it comes out on everything.
Yeah.
I'm just messing.
Third gen, last gen, all platforms.
There's a lot of fanboys out there on the specific side of the fence that believe it's exclusive to their platform.
They've dreamed of for 20 years.
It's truly blown away by it. What's everybody else's in chat? What's everyone else's thoughts? Is this a day one for everybody else in chat? I know Stuffed Sean saying he's not a big Harry Potter fan, but his kids will probably get him to watch it or something like that. Crazy Louie, what's your thoughts, brother? Studos, what about you? Skalatites, Boogeyman, Big Mad Mo. What's all your thoughts? I didn't know which Avalanche studio did you say this is the one that's worked with all the Disney stuff?
Really
This is the one that worked with all the Disney stuff, has done Disney Infinities and Cars racing games and a few other things. So quite a big step up for them, really, from what I can see.
Yeah.
I think there's Avatar Studios and there's Avatar Software.
Avalanche.
Yeah, Avalanche, not Avatar. That would have been funny. But speaking of Avatar, though, speaking of Avatar, that's another game I want.
Yeah, it's gonna be also a massive game.
Yep, massive. That's this year apparently as well.
It's confirmed for this year. Yeah, it's gonna be the big Ubisoft game this fall, along with the movie. And that's why it's not getting delayed. This game will
You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who
you
are in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
Alright, you guys, it's time for me to jump out.
Yeah. I'm gonna also jump out.
Yeah. We'll wrap the stream up here. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hope everyone has an awesome night. Obviously, pleasantly surprised by just the sheer detail and level of detail they've put into this game. Really hyped for it. Great little stream. Nice little behind the scenes there when the stream ended as well, just to go into a little bit more detail about the world that they've created. And definitely looking forward to it. I hope everyone has an awesome evening. Have a great night, and we will see you all again next week. Goodbye.